Hello friends, today in our class we learn one more situation when we use simple present tense. I hope you have seen my two videos wherein I had explained what the difference is between simple present tense and present continuous tense, how these sentences are structured when we use simple present or present continuous, in what situations we use simple present. I'll just recall. We use simple present when we are talking about facts which are fairly permanent. So, we talk about facts which are fairly permanent. For example, you can say, I live in Bombay. Second is always true. Facts which are always true. That's sun rises in east, sun sets in the west. Third are when we talk about habit or routine. Okay? For example, I always go for a walk in the morning. My mother washes clothes on Sundays. Ram plays football in the evening. So these are sentences where we are describing an event or action that happens at a regular interval. There is a schedule to it, there is a routine to it, or there is a habit to it. Now we'll talk about stative verbs. Now if I say play or run or eat, these are action words or verbs which describe an action. For example, if a child is playing, you can see him playing. If a boy is running, you can see him running. So these are actions which you can see, observe. If I am eating a pizza, you can see me eating pizza. But then there are certain action words which you can't see. For example, like. I like pizzas. So when I say I like pizzas, I am describing an action which you can't see. For example, love. I love my brother. Okay? Think. I think he will be late today. So these verbs which do not describe an action, you can't see an action happening. So these are called stative verbs and these are called dynamic verbs. Dynamic because you can see some action happening or some event taking place or some activity going on. Here you can see some activity or some action. Here you can't see any activity. So these are generally classified into 4 or 5 categories. One category is emotion, bhavana. What's emotion? For example, love. I love my brother. Hate. I hate cricket. Fear. So these are emotions. Whenever you use these words, these verbs, you use them in simple present. Regret. Okay? So these are verbs which describe some emotion. There are so many other words. I'm just giving you a small example, small sample of these words. So these words, when you use them in simple present. I love my brother. I hate rats. I like football. The second thing is mental state. For example, think. I think he will be late today. I think we'll have no class today. So use them in simple present tense. Okay? For example, I think he will be late today. So there is no helping verb here, is and am, and this is in the base form, present tense. Likewise, believe. Likewise, doubt. I doubt it will rain today. Then there are so many words. You can Google and find them. Then we have measurements. Contain. Cost. Again, I'm giving only few examples. Hold. Weigh. So these are words which we normally use for measurement of things. So these are also used in simple present. For example, this Almirah weighs 500 kgs. This Almirah weighs 500 kgs. So weighs, this is because third person, we have to add s with it, and no helping verb is used. This TV costs 20,000 rupees. Costs, we are adding s because this is the third person. Okay? So these are sentences in simple present tense. So when you use words which describe some measurement or mental state or emotion, sorry, this is opinion. Sorry, mistake. This is opinion. And mental state is forget, imagine, remember. So these are mental states. These are opinions. Think, believe, doubt, etc., etc. These are mental states. Forget, imagine, remember. So broadly speaking, all these words are words which do not describe an action. Okay? I remember he came here yesterday. I forget where I left my pen. I forget where I left my car. I forget where I left my pen. So these are words which are used in sentences. In the sentence construction will be simple present tense. Okay? But there are some words which are sometimes used in present continuous also. I am thinking of going to Bombay. I am thinking of going to Bombay. So sometimes some of these words, stative verbs, are used in present continuous also. I am thinking of going to Mumbai. I am thinking. So this becomes a present continuous tense. So you will learn by experience. You will have to read a lot. When you read a lot, you will understand sometimes the stative verb is also used in the present continuous form. But most of the stative verbs are used in the simple present tense. So you have to do a lot of reading to really understand how these sentences are constructed, whether in simple present tense or present continuous tense. Okay? So we'll conclude this lecture here. So this is the third of my videos on this topic. In the third video, I have try to explain to you that there are two types of verbs. One are dynamic verbs which express an action or activity. You can actually see that action or activity. For example, running or shouting or crying or eating or playing. But there are certain verbs where you cannot see any action happening or taking place, any activity taking place. So these are like love, hate, fear, dislike, regret, think, believe, doubt. So all these verbs are generally used in the simple present tense. That means the sentence construction will be subject plus verb. And if the subject is third person singular, you will have to add s or es to the verb and then object. So this is the sentence construction for simple present tense. So most of these words are used in the simple present tense, and some of them of course are used in the present continuous tense also. This you will have to learn by experience after a lot of reading. So we'll conclude this video here, and in the next video I'll take up the last part of it, that the exclamatory sentences. If you like my video, please share it with your friends and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.